Hello, welcome to Lackluster Actions. I'm your Lackluster Actor, here today for an episode of Fate Strange Fake. Last week we saw some of the summonings of the true servants as well as got some deeper details on certain things. And this week, I'm guessing we're continuing that trend. So without further ado and getting these ads out of the way, let's get started. Also volume. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think which of that was wrong, but no, that was correct. It's just hearing it called Cavalryman is strange, but I guess the three non-night classes are been categorized as cavalry, so just not used to actually seeing that term outside of Fake Grand Order. So, but yeah, anyway, opening. Let's see. So we're starting to see the effects of Rider from that opening, but yeah, the big thing that happened last week was well, Prelady gets bonus points for being Prelady, but the big thing that wasn't the best insert song so far goes to um, the summoning of an extra class, which I'm not sure if I said this last time, but even us who are reading the light novels don't fully know anything about Watcher. Just some of the servant profile with the other half censored, as well as not knowing true names. So I think we only know half of the names of the shadows too, officially. But yeah, that's something I look forward to finding out soon on Narita, whether it's we actually get volume 10 or whether we get something more information here. Depends. But either way, okay. Policies as usual. Again, yeah, he doesn't care at all. Oh, yeah, yeah. Your donut on her is not making her happier. Ah, yes. We did end with them arriving at the house of the kid we still haven't seen the name of. I've heard other people say his name, but I think they would just spoil on his name instead of actually no. Yeah. Well, the question is, who had the box? Which, considering I would put it past Richard being the one who actually found the sheaf to begin with, and he's been the one who's passing it down. But so you've just been marching randomly to find a servant. Makes sense. Well, they're right there. It's in recognition. Yeah. Alliance in order to stop the dead apostle first before the masters. That works. And we'll also get you on Assassin's good side. Well, Gilgamesh is one of a kind, so that's fair. No, just one. So need to make sure you would survive first. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Listen to the doggy. Just stay on the sidelines. The window's still broken. Yes, with his noble phantasm. Well, that's fair. Still, how'd you know that he would have red streaks in his hair? That doesn't matter to a dreamer. Hmm. Yeah. Good to know that at least one of Robin Hood has physical strength magic hat. Good to see he's had time to watch movies as well. Yeah, what's that one? Okay, mobility isn't explaining how you're flying, but I'll give you points for that. Style wise, at least. Yep. To a point where it became a noble phantasm. That's a good visual. And there's the noble phantasm that he didn't get to talk about a couple episodes ago. And talking about every master servant in this being ridiculous, everything he wields in his hands becomes Excalibur. Though a lot of things can't hold up under that, of course. Well, it's part of being a knight, and she doesn't want that. She's gonna slap him. Come on, slap him. Oh, grabbing ponytails works too. He doesn't need to be asked. He's not the kind to do that. At least these legends of Lionheart, there's a few, especially always good to see the Red Hiding Hood, especially a few that deal with him being involved in the Crusades, because the Crusades were terrible times. Here we go. Yeah. Mhm. Living a hard life is just par for the course for someone who lives between reality and adventures. Yeah. I mean, I was just talking about that being involved with Crusades, but you don't know what he's done. It's war. Yeah, exactly. Not helping a little girl being abused is one thing, but war is also deep, dark, and bloody. Yes. One of your leaders and Saladin that deals mentioning, even though we're not going into Saladin at all anytime soon. So, yep. Of course, Gilgamesh is watching. Okay, it just seems like Gilgamesh is just going to talk a bit, so we are finishing our first real alliance, with the goal of taking down some of the most negative forces. Our dead apostle, Mr. Black, and Alcides. Yeah. Even though you have fought, that doesn't mean you want to fight. That's two different things. So in total, we have 13 servants. So this is right here, more or less, one. Yeah, and now back here to meet with the boy. This right here is 1/3 of the competitor. One fourth, about to be 1/3 if they can get Stigma on. But I said his name. I've been trying my best to not say his name, but I said his name. If they can get the boy on board as well, they will have 1/3 of the at least servants in on their side and 1/4 of the masters. And she's out. But you can't have fate without just a peek into servants past. And yes, this seems to be the past. Oh, gray hair. Usually people paint you as a blonde, but gray hair is interesting. Yeah, now it's making it seem less as something that might be real, but considering it's Saint Germain, it still could be real. Considering you're another one of history's most famous alchemists slash con men, right up there with Pallady, and we've seen what Pallady can do. And Saint Germain was also able to see and talk to Ayaka. Though again, how much was of that was real and how much was just a dream is something. You can say that again. Well, no, that's not something Flat would do. Oh, well, looks like two of the issues we're dealing with are in one place. Wonderful. So yeah, again, we've officially have our main alliance of our main protagonists, which we usually get at least some of those, whether it's something like um, Emiya and Rin from the original Fates to the Fourth Holy Grail War, where almost everyone had to team up against Casta. But now we have it early, and we have also three main targets to try to dissuade. But also we got Mayaka's backstory about how she was part of a legend which we have in the Fate field have heard since um, Fate's sequel. So this is not new, but it's that she was actually the one who was Mr. A in this story, and that's why she's haunted by the vision of Red Riding Hood whenever she's in a place with an elevator because she still regrets that she couldn't help that little girl. But that looks like that's it for today. So, thank you everyone who stopped by and watched the episode with me. I hope you all have a good week, and I look forward to next week's episode. Hope somebody stopped by to watch it with me as well. Until then, take care.